Hey guys, and welcome back to the Unaccompanied Millennials podcast. I'm Morgan.
And I'm Alanah. Oh wait, do I have to do that?
No, it's okay.
I'm used to going into
it. I know. So we just got brand new mics and we're super excited. It's making everything feel so real.
We feel very professional. I don't know if I should talk loud or soft. I have no idea. I'm very nervous about it.
So yeah, honestly, continue to bear with us. We're still learning how all of this stuff works, so we will eventually get it right. Just hang in there.
We should become ASMRs where we just like eat things and
No, I hate that.
How does
stuff.
this?
I'm done.
Was that awesome?
Don't know.
We don't even know how to work this thing.
No, we're. I'm just reading the manual. So we just launched our podcast a couple days ago. We launched 4 episodes, and I accidentally released the 4th long, like, legit episode early, so that came out today, which is Friday.
Yeah, there was only supposed to be 3 in the launch, but we just loved you guys so much, we thought we'd throw an extra one in.
Yep, it wasn't my mishap of a.
I texted Morgan today and I said, you put listen now on episode 4. Is it up? She's like, what? No. She's like, okay, I'm launching it. Shit.
Oops. And that, whoever tells you that launching a podcast is easy has no idea, because the first day we launch it, it's all great. Everything's out, and I go and listen to the first episode, and it's the wrong fucking episode. I had launched the wrong episode. I was using a song that Eminem song or something.
No, it was 50 Cent.
Oh,
Disco Inferno was the beginning. I messaged Morgan and I said, are we using the 50 Cent song at the beginning? She goes, no. I'm like, it's Disco Inferno at the beginning. And she was like,
fuck.
She was so concerned.
Oh, and
so
guys,
confused.
that takes a while to take down a podcast after putting it up.
It took us 3 weeks to get to this point where we even have a microphone and everything, because everything was back ordered. Like, it was all a mess. But we can kind of like take a step back and put more effort into everything because we have that extra time now.
Yes.
We have everything sorted out a little bit. We got the groove. So
yeah, I'm super excited. I'm glad that you guys will be along for this ride with us to see how we grow. So
I know that's the most exciting thing I'm excited for, is just getting better with content and getting better at it and just putting out like the best things we can put.
Yeah, and once you guys start letting us know what we're doing right and what you didn't like, and of course being nice about all of that stuff, we will be able to give you guys content that you really enjoy.
I agree. So, I don't know. I feel like lately, with the way everything's been going with like social distancing and stuff, and just realizing how much stuff there is to do, even though we're stuck in our houses, I realized how bad we had it when we were younger. Because watching all these young kids just spend their time like gaming and TikToking and having a house party with their friends and just all that. And I'm like, imagine us 15 years ago or 10 years ago when we were in middle school age going through this right now. Like, we'd be sitting on our computers fighting over who gets to use MSN to talk to their friends. I'd be laying in my bed staring at the ceiling.
Honestly,
there's nothing to do.
There was nothing to do. You could have went outside, but even
you couldn't hang out with your friends.
I feel bad that I even go outside for a small walk. And also, sorry guys if you can hear any music in the background, because I think my downstairs neighbors are having a party and I'm not sure if you can hear it.
Are they actually?
So
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh well.
Call the cops on them.
No, I feel bad.
Jeez. But
yeah, I don't know, MSN, that would have been painful, because even the internet back in the day was not
even, this was just 10, 15 years ago. It wasn't great.
No,
like,
yeah, back
I still remember the dial-up sound. And it was awful. It used to scare me.
Do you remember when you were trying to download something and then it would be like 32 years to download? And it would just be one paper from a file going into another paper.
And it would usually give you like a heads up. It'd be like, oh, about 15 minutes approx or 20 minutes. It usually told you because people would just leave and come back.
Yeah.
You'd have to continue on with your lives.
Or if you had dial-up, if somebody picked up the phone to call someone, it just fucked it all up.
I used to get yelled at when I was a kid for that because I would try and call my friends after school, and everyone would just be really upset with me. But it's fine. The cringiest thing though back then was just how awful we all looked. We all looked awful. It was the absolute worst I think any humanity has looked in like a few years span.
Yeah.
Why we all look terrible. Not one of you can say that you can look back at yourself from age like 10 or 11 to like 14 and say you look good because you didn't.
Yeah.
No one did.
Because I was fucking adorable when I was younger. Like a 6-year-old Morgan.
So adorable.
Was short, like shoulder length brown hair, straight bangs, big blue eyes, cute, even comfy clothes. Yeah. Like, anything that you see anybody wearing nowadays, that's what I was wearing when I was 6. So, you're welcome, everybody. I'm a trendsetter.
we just knew. Like, we were
comfy.
wearing, like, cute white sneakers, like, nice light jeans, and, like, a cute
leggings.
pink little top, like, long sleeve leggings.
Like,
really cute sweatpants, like the ones that go kind of up. Hair half up with, like, a little scrunchy thing. The Bretts. Like, those, like, I rock those butterfly Bretts. Rocked them.
Those headbands? Yes.
They were all in then when we were really little. But then when we got about 10 or 11, we got stuck in this 2000s terrible hand-me-down clothing section of our lives where I think everyone who has older siblings will relate to the fact that they had to wear all their older siblings' clothes and they just had the worst taste in high school because they were... And I don't mean to be mean about it. I think they realized this too, or maybe they don't. And then
we're breaking the news.
We're breaking the news about it. But it was the low-waisted jeans, the belts that were really low, the bell bottom
with the big belt buckles, and those hurt. Those dug into your skin.
And everything was blue and brown.
Yeah,
and like weird scrapbooking patterns.
Yes. Or those weird fuzzy shirts, the ones that weren't even soft fuzzy, they were uncomfortable.
They were uncomfortable fuzzy, and like you'd have to pull them down because you ride it up. Yeah. Everything was just not good, and I blame the 2000s for it. And then we grew up at the exact awkward time. Everyone has that awkward phase, but kids these days have good role models to look up to for clothing, and we didn't, because at that point for those few years we learned quickly, because by grade 10 I shut it all down and I said
oh my
and
God.
I changed real quick what I was wearing and how I was dressing. But for a few years in middle school it was awful.
Lucky you had a uniform in high school.
Yeah.
I was decent until about grade 3, and then from there I took on a tomboy role.
You changed it up.
So I wore like men's jeans that were huge on me, men's shirts, and I had a middle part. Help me.
But not like a nice Kardashian part.
No. And one of my school photos, I don't even remember what grade it is. I think it's grade 5 or something. I literally am wearing a SpongeBob shirt in a class photo. And I didn't know how to smile. For a good 10 years, I didn't have a smile that I was like set on for my face. So it was like it was a fuck. Like,
no, I have this one picture of myself that I hide, and I was in this baby blue shirt, and it had like the little frill at the top that's actually in style now, that nice little cute, soft little tiny swerve, like curve to it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I was wearing that, and I'm like, okay, like nowadays, if maybe that stupid picture on the front of that wasn't there. I can't remember what it was. But it's just this random logo, random graphic of something on it. Like if that wasn't there, and the sparkles.
What was with the sparkles?
The sparkles. If that wasn't there, no, okay, babe, like it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But then my hair, I don't know what happened. I don't know if my mom was like the devil and like hated me and wanted me to look like that. I don't think she was. I love my mom, but I think I was confused, or I just found it on the freaking floor in like a school cafeteria and put it on my head. But it was, you know, those chokers that you can pull and they like almost look like a fence,
like the black chain.
Yeah. Oh. So it was that, but headband version.
No.
And it was rainbow. And then I had one random like strand of hair
in
the front of my face.
Strand? What was
one strand. One.
There's one photo of my sister. She has pigtails, low pigtails, with a thick red headband and 2 strands, just straight strands stuck to her face. Like, why? Yeah, I don't know. I kept the middle part for a long time, and then I tried to do the side bang in middle school.
And then that's the problem.
But
side bang too.
I had a cowlick, and my hairdresser's like, you can't have this side bang, go for the other side, and I just like set on this one side because everybody was going the left side.
What was the side bang? What was that?
I don't know.
I haven't seen one in like 10 years.
No, it's gone.
No,
it was there and gone, and so.
But sometimes you'll still see them today where they're super subtle and nice. Like it's almost like your hair just is on one side a little bit more than the other.
It's like a swoop.
Yeah, a little more of a swoop. But like then it was harsh line.
It was like
emo kind of like just harsh.
It was literally a long straight bang that you forced. Like
the hairdresser was like, "What kind of angle? 90." Like he was just like,
just cut all of the hair off on one side and leave the rest.
No, I know it was not good.
Yeah, grade 7 was a struggle for me. I was still in my tomboy phase. Grade 8, I found girl jeans. The low rise.
Oh, see, I didn't go through a tomboy phase. I went through pink skinny jeans. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Or like blue. Like all those random colors started coming out. Yellow.
My friends were in that phase, and I didn't jump onto the skinny jean phase until probably about grade 11.
Yikes.
It was a struggle. Even my style now. It's at least I kind of know what my style. It's comfy pants and plaid. And leggings. I don't think I wore leggings until...
You wear those like cute like trendy jeans too with like the huge cuts
now,
in them and stuff like that. Yeah, like but very comfy, very contemporary.
It literally took me until I was leaving because my last 2 years of high school, I was a stoner and I literally just wore comfy clothes. That's it. There's some photos of me in very questionable outfits. Ask Taylor. We'll have Taylor on.
Taylor's her sister.
This. Oh yes, Taylor's my younger sister. She's
hilarious.
3 grades younger than me, so we were in high school together for about 2 years because I went back for a returning year. So it was cringy. I just cringe at any past self.
It's except for those when we were really little. I was like, go babe. Like literally I was a baby. Go babe, go babe. Literal babe. Honestly,
my most adorable self was 6-year-old Morgan.
And I was all on trend, and then it just went downhill around 10 years old, 11, when we start getting a little awkward.
Is that grade 3?
I think it's about puberty time. It just you start to get really awkward, but then it just didn't help with we were just at the wrong time.
Honestly, because as we were transitioning in our lives,
like
so were
flip phones,
the trends.
slide phones. They were all that was just all transforming, and no one knew anything, and we were just like sitting there smiling, like, okay, teach me something. Oh, I should wear this. Perfect. Honestly. And then you put it on, and you're like, apparently I look good. And then you go out, and then pictures show up 10 years later, and you're like, what the fuck?
1 year or so in high school, I think it was about grade 10, me and a bunch of my friends were going to a formal, and I didn't ever wear dresses. And I wore this one yellow dress that my friends convinced me, oh, you would look great in this, you would look great. So I'm there, and I finally, I'm just, you know how you get comfy. That crunchy, you're like, oh, okay, hiding yourself, and then you get all done, all the makeup. And my friend's little sister, who's about 10 years younger than us, comes into the room, and she's like, Morgan, yellow is so not your color. Oh. I'm like, I'm not going. And they're like, what the fuck? Oh my God, it was horrible.
No. I know, my sister I think I tried to wear one of my sister's polka dot dresses, and that did well.
The polka dot dresses?
That was a big thing, and it was black and white. It was always harsh black and white polka dots. Yeah, it was a thing then, and it just.
That was
the only people who were safe were people who only wore athletic wear. There's some people who only wear sweaters and leggings when they're kids.
Why didn't I do that?
Why didn't I just not try to have a sense of style?
Why didn't I not just do that? But like you said with the flip phones, my first phone was a brick phone, but everybody...
What's that?
A brick phone. So it was a Samsung phone. It looked like the Rumor, except it didn't slide.
See, mine flipped.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You had one of the flip ones.
Yeah, I didn't have the Rumor either.
Ones?
Yeah, see, I thought one was so cool when they had that, but then I got the actual one. It was about a little bit bigger, and it actually physically flipped, and I thought it was 10 times cooler than everyone. And then my next phone was the BlackBerry Curve, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
And then iPhone.
I loved the
It progressed
BlackBerry.
pretty
Yeah, my
iPhone 4
sister
was
would
my
always
first
get
iPhone.
the newest phones, and then I would follow suit because I'd see how awesome it was. So I did that with the BlackBerry, and then I did that again with the iPhone, and she got mad. But
She got
why are you copying me?
Oh my gosh.
But I lost my BlackBerry in the snowbank one night coming home, and
Did you see the light going through the snow? Because I did that.
No, it was
from
gone
a school
forever.
dance.
It was the white one, and it was gone, and then the plow went, and oh my god.
No, because I came back from a school dance and I dropped my BlackBerry Curve into a snowbank, and then I kept having to get my friend, I think it was one of my friends, to call it over and over again so I could see the light up in the snow, and I was like digging through the snowbank trying to find it. It was embarrassing.
Oh no.
It was so freaking embarrassing. Well, now I think it's funny, but then I was so embarrassed. And kids now, like, have the best social media platforms. You can just stay so entertained and keep up with your friends and just post things and actually do things on these apps. Like, you can make stories and do just so much more than we had. Tumblr and MySpace were like the first things to come out, I remember. And I think there was also one where it was like a website maker, but I can't remember what it was called, and it had like clip art, and you'd like make these like websites.
I vaguely remember that.
Was it Prezi? Prezi? Was that it?
No, that was what you
Was that
used
PowerPoint
to do a
thing?
presentation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It sounded kind of like... Is
I
it
forget.
similar to that? Or
I
was it
don't
that
remember.
Tumblr? And it just...
I don't know.
I think it was something else. It was like this... I gotta look this up. Can you give me 2 seconds?
Yeah.
I feel like people are gonna have a super, like, throwback to this.
Okay.
Because I'm just remembering it now. Yeah, it's not coming up. I have no idea.
Did we imagine this?
I don't know, like... I remember there being... Like, you know when you make a Snapchat story and you can pick those little, like, people who, like, move and, like, do things like that? I remember that was, like, a thing, but there was super bad quality, pixely and, like, bright pink and stuff like that. And you put them on these websites and you make, like, a little website or, like, a page. I think it might have been MySpace or something. And you make your own page.
I didn't get into MySpace.
People wanted to have their page just be popular, and people would be like MySpace famous. Like that's how Jeffree Star got started with MySpace and stuff. Yeah, and then people became like Tumblr famous. Do you remember Tumblr?
Mm-hmm. I love Tumblr.
I loved Tumblr back then too. I don't think I've been on Tumblr in 6, 7, 8 years, 10 years. Maybe since grade 8, 7, 8.
No, I used it like through high school and stuff.
Did you? I think I might have like looked through it a little bit, but I don't think I actually posted or anything.
No.
But Tumblr was like a huge thing. That was the first.
And I liked
really
that it was
took
anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
And then people started probably cyberbullying, and then it got shut down or something. Like, who knows?
I think it's still up, Tumblr.
I think so too.
People don't really use it, obviously.
No.
But
because they can't get famous
it's
from
just
it.
well anymore. People were pretty people were famous on it.
There's certain sites.
But it was funny. There was that, and then I remember on YouTube, it wasn't really cool to be a YouTuber then. Like there'd be funny YouTube videos, and there were some people like I remember the first ones back then, and still love him to death now. Shane Dawson. I'm still obsessed, Shane, if you're listening. But I remember the only ones I actually remember was Shane, and then there was like this one guy who always made videos, like ridiculous ones. He'd be like shoes.
I remember those.
Yeah, and all those kind of things. And then there was Fred back then, who did like the Talking Orange.
With the orange.
He's Lucas now. He still does videos.
Oh.
They're not the same at all, but he's still a little bit funny. But,
weird.
But yeah, those are the only things I really remember then. But I remember it not being as cool.
The only thing I used YouTube for was to search up those videos that had the car driving down the hill, and then the thing popped out. I would do that to Taylor.
That was the most amazing thing back then. Like
it was hilarious.
It was hilarious. Now it's just like
me and Jessica would literally sit Taylor down and tell her to watch and look for however many
your friend
stars.
Jess?
Yeah,
your
Jessica.
Friend Jess? Yeah.
We've been friends since grade 3. We've been through it all. She was always at my house, or I was always there, but. Yeah, we would always scare Taylor, and then my mom got so mad at us because she was crying. Oh, God.
Oh.
Yeah, it was not good.
Poor Tay.
I know.
But that's what big sisters do.
Yes.
They scare everybody. That's funny. I think the most stressful thing about being that age was trying to communicate with your friends, because let's say it's a Saturday and you guys want to go to the mall. Okay, cool. So I want to go to the mall with my friend. It should be that simple. No. You have to sit on your computer or fight for your computer with your sisters, because not everyone had a computer then. So you're fighting over your family computer with all your friends, your sisters, or brothers or whatever. And then you finally maybe get an hour on it. So you're like, hey, when are we meeting? What time are we meeting? Okay, cool. Let me know when you're leaving. Okay, and you're like running back and forth trying to keep up with the conversation, but get ready. And then let's say you get there and you realize, oh, I forgot to say where are we meeting. Then you're like walking around the mall trying to find your fucking friend.
Oh my gosh. And you don't know if they were late. You don't know if
did they even
happened.
leave? Are you ditched? Your mom's not picking you up till 4, so you have 2 hours at the mall by yourself because you forgot to say where you're meeting, and now your friend just decided not to show up.
I know. Or waiting for somebody to log on to your...
You'd sit there. I'd just wait.
MSN.
Like, or a boy you liked back then. Exactly. You just sit there and you just wait. You'd be like, is he going to log on? Oh, he's on. Oh.
I used to get so irritated because I'd be sitting there, like, not even doing anything, staring at this blank screen. But then my mom would be like, oh, can you come set the table? Or can you do this, do that? Get so mad, stomp downstairs. Just because I wasn't doing anything. Like,
I'm waiting for my friend.
Yeah, exactly.
She's supposed to be on. And I remember all those like huge like clip arts you'd send to them, and like you'd see everyone's captions to know if they're in a relationship. That was how people knew then. It wasn't saying, oh, this person is engaged or this person's dating this person on Facebook. It wasn't Facebook official. It was MSN caption or whatever.
Love quote from Taylor Swift or something.
Or it'd just be like J Heart.
Yeah.
And you know that.
People still do that.
Yeah, people still do that. Stop.
So last
We've evolved.
century or whatever.
Jesus. But no, I remember that was the absolute worst.
I still have trouble making plans now over text. I think it's PTSD from MSN days. Mm-hmm. Honestly.
Oh, for sure.
Like, because my friends were the worst. Mm-hmm. They didn't know, what time, place.
They wouldn't plan it out.
No. And I'm a planner. I think I've always been a planner, but I didn't know how to plan back then. But, I know. So stressful. I'm just stressed thinking about it right now.
I don't even know how we lived back then. But I don't think we had as much of a social life back then. We weren't. If you were in the movies, it was like a planned out thing.
Yeah.
Like everything was kind of more planned out. If you were hanging out with your friends, it was the friends in your block or your neighborhood.
I was just about to say that.
That was your friend group.
My one friend lived up one block and 2 houses in, and my other friend lived 3 blocks over.
And they come and knock on your door.
Yeah, or you would call their home line and be like, hey, do you want to play outside?
Hey, is Jessica home?
Yeah, exactly.
She's eating dinner. Can you get her to call me back?
I had one friend that I could just show up whenever. I knew when their dinner time was, but...
There was always that 1 or 2 friends that lived in the same street as you that you just knew.
Exactly.
Like Serena was my friend down the street. That was like that. We always just went back and forth. One of us was always at the other one's house because we were just literally 3 minutes away from each other.
Exactly.
Not even.
Or did you ever walk to the nearest park and
and
see
like
if
15
anybody
of us
was there?
We all had this huge friend group. A bunch of the guys and girls I went to my elementary school with all kind of lived in the same area. And then it'd always be the best when your few best friends who lived not in the same area would also come, and you'd be like so excited because they'd be joining all the group. But there was always that 10 or 15 of us that were always at the same park and always hanging out, and we'd always play until like the lights went off. Like we'd always play till like 10 o'clock at night in summer, and play capture the flag and play all those games in the back of the school.
We used to play Grounder a lot.
Grounder too, yeah. Even when we were like probably too old to play that stuff, we were still playing it.
I played Grounder drunk with my friends.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Lot.
That'd be fun.
Dangerous but fun.
Oh,
we used to play make believe. We used to pretend that the playground was pirate ships and we would have wars and stuff. Yeah.
I think that gave like millennials like having that type of childhood where electronics were there but they just weren't as prominent. But now we're completely functional and we're able to use them now and incorporate them in our lives. But we got to grow relationships a lot better, I think, and understand how to live life with and without them because we've had to.
Yeah, because I would go home and play Freddy Fish, and then go out and play with my friends for a couple hours.
Oh,
you
see,
know?
like I play GameCube for like an hour or something if like my friends are all wanted to and stuff, or with my mom even. Because the GameCube was the best thing ever.
Exactly. Yeah.
Harvest Moon and stuff, loved it.
Double
Dash.
What's that called? What am I playing right now?
Animal Crossing, you love that, eh?
Animal Crossing, yes.
Mario Sunshine was like the best game ever too. I remember my mom and I beat it like 15 times.
That's awesome.
It's expensive to try and find now. It's like over $100-something if you wanted it, because they're really hard to find. But I would rather go out with my friends and hang outside and go to the park for like hours.
Same.
Every time I'd just be gone all day, gone. I'd come home so exhausted and tired.
Even if my friends weren't available to play outside, I would take my sister and her best friend from across the road, Kayla,
and hang out with the little kids even.
And I would I would teach them self-defense. I had no self-defense training ever. I would just make it up.
You're like, I watched the Karate Kid.
Like,
assemble.
Or I would force them to play something with me, make believe. We would play all the time. I remember one time, me, Taylor, my little sister, Kayla, her best friend from across the road, and Kayla's younger sister, Kendra, from across the road, me, Kayla, and Taylor all pretended to play a prank on Kendra that we acted like she was dead. And we all had our black sweaters. No, we did. And we were going around, and we pretended like she was a ghost, because when she would talk, we'd be like, oh, poor Kendra, we were giving her like a service. And then she started crying, so we're like, oh, come on out, Andy, like this is Prank Patrol or whatever that show was. It was so funny. She was bawling though. Sorry, Kendra, if you're listening.
I remember, actually, this was only like 3 years ago. Remember? So Morgan and I were super hammered and a little bit stoned, maybe a little bit. And we were sitting outside of like a school at like 1 or 2 in the morning. I don't know why. I think we were just hanging out there, kind of just chatting. We were on our phones and stuff. I think it was after the bar or something. Like it was kind of like down the street from our house, and we see little Kendra. Like this is her neighbor with her friends at the park, and we're like, what the fuck? So we they don't see us, but we see them. So we're just sitting there, and then I think Morgan yelled, "Hey, you guys," or something like that. Or what'd you say?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah. And I've never seen 3 young girls run so freaking fast in my life. They were screaming down the street.
We literally laughed so hard about that.
Did they know that was us?
I told her, I think, a year or 2 later.
Oh, God. They shit themselves. They were so scared.
Oh, well, can you imagine being 15?
No.
And hearing that
late at night,
because that's something my dad would say automatically. I'd be like, fuck a father. Doesn't matter whose father. Some other games that me and my friends would play on the computer were Habbo Hotel or Zoo Tycoon. Did you ever play that?
Okay, Habbo Hotel, I'm pretty sure I brought that to my school because I learned that from some of the kids I was hanging out with that were a grade older than me, that were in elementary school, but like the 6-7 no sorry the 7-8 version of it, and I was still in like grade 6 or 5, and I played it on the school during recess one day. I'm like, Peter, and people were like, what's that? I swear to God, maybe I didn't, but I'm pretty sure I brought it to the school. And Millsbury was a big one.
I don't know what that is.
That was like a huge one, but Habbo Hotel was like the shit then.
Me and Jessica again, we literally spent 8 hours one day playing this, and
I got banned from it.
Well, we would go into those chat rooms, and we would say, hey, do you want to buy some furniture? And then bring them back to the room and be like, okay, give us however many coins for this furniture. Then they would give us the money and we'd kick them out of our room. Oh, we were scammers. And I feel like I'm still paying for that in karma.
With your rug, what is it called?
With my rug hooking
rug hooking?
I'm paying it for it slowly in karma.
Yeah.
Me and Jessica were kind of sociopaths, but we would also do the Zoo Tycoon thing. And we would build an awesome zoo, get so many people coming, and then we would let all the carnivores out to eat all the people.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, gosh.
I was really bad to my Sims.
Oh, I didn't play Sims,
I didn't play a lot, but even in Grand Theft Auto 2, I was like 10 years old, and I would just, I didn't know about missions or the point of the game. I would just find a car, steal it from someone, and run over a hooker. I was like 10 years old, and I was like, bop, 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 bop. I was like, shoot. And up really nice cars, take girls into it, and just beat the shit out of them.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Are you okay?
Not
Are you
really.
okay?
I loved it. I think if someone said, "Hey, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto," I'd be like pretty excited to play with them, like for a few hours.
I hated watching that, like as my friends would play it or whatever. But
no, I loved it. I don't know why. I'm obviously not okay.
Yeah. What the hell?
Obviously not okay. Did you guys ever try to like make videos too at like sleepovers and stuff?
Okay, so this is kind of embarrassing.
This is again back to the what the fuck were we doing?
Okay, we might have been a little bit too old to make videos, but me and Jessica, we in high school, I think it was grade 10 or 11, completely sober, we created 3 rap videos and they're on YouTube.
I have a video on YouTube too, and I'm not saying what it is.
I kind of want to say what my rap video is, and then it gets a bunch of plays. It's, oh god, it was a mess, but it's hilarious.
Oh god.
I'm not going to say what it is right now. I'm not comfortable with you people yet.
I'm 900% sure. I have a video on YouTube of my friend Serena and I doing a Jonas Brothers competition. I think it was more of like a contest, and you had to make a music video to one of their songs. And oh boy, all you see in the background is Nick Jonas, and like the Jonas Brothers faces, because
the posters.
We had so many posters. It was absolutely disgusting. Because then you didn't have Instagram and all these different apps to like save photos, keep up with your favorite celebs, your boy band crushes, any of that stuff. You couldn't just constantly keep up with them. The only way you kept up with them was running home after school to watch MTV if they were on, or like waiting on the weekend to make sure you saw them on TV if they were on something.
Magazines.
Or magazines. And what did you do with those magazines? Like, you cut them out and you tape them on your freaking wall.
Honestly.
Back then, the walls covered, ceilings covered, everything was covered with Jonas Brothers.
My whole wall was a mixture between Zac Efron, Taylor Lautner, and the Jonas Brothers.
The Jonas Brothers, yeah.
I was obsessed with Taylor Lautner. I have a pillowcase of Taylor Lautner from Twilight.
Still?
It's somewhere.
Oh,
I think it's in my memory box, but...
I wasn't obsessed with Taylor Lautner or Zac Efron. I liked them. I thought they were hot. But boy, was Serena and I obsessed with the Jonas Brothers. And I was also, Julie and I were obsessed with Justin Bieber, my friend Julia. I've seen him in concert. I saw the Jonas Brothers in concert. It was not good. Because we just didn't have the ability to just keep up with them any other way. We had to cover our whole entire walls with them. Like a crazy cult leader.
Honestly. Yeah.
And instead of just having it on our phone, because we were so obsessed with keeping up with it that way, because we had no other way to control our raging hormones. Like what? Yeah. I don't know. Like what made us do that? What made you act like that?
Well, and the posters weren't even in good condition. You literally ripped them out of the middle of a magazine, and there was holes in it. Or you would buy the ones from Walmart that were really good.
The huge ones, or you buy them online, or you buy the magazines just because it said includes 20 posters of the Jonas Brothers.
I was
You'd
obsessed.
Be like, fucking right, $6, here you go, thanks mom. Dear. You take the money from your mom, you go buy it. Oh, not good.
I didn't buy my first Cosmo until I think it was like 18, and I did it in secret. Oh, because my mom was still buying me 17 magazines.
So you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
I know. You feel dirty almost your first time, and then I just didn't care. I think I got them delivered to my house at one point.
Oh, yeah?
My parents' house.
Awesome.
I just stopped caring.
Oh my gosh.
They were probably confused and concerned for me, but...
It's okay.
Whatever.
Could have just said it was for your sisters.
I was the only one there at that point. I had no one to... I could have blamed it on my stepdad, I guess, but... Not mine.
That's hilarious.
I know. We also didn't know about lighting or how to take a proper photo or cameras. Good luck taking a picture on a freaking on one of the LG roomers. Was there even a camera?
My first phone, it took 7 minutes for it to take one photo.
And it was so pixely, and like there was no way you're taking a good photo.
There's no way.
There's no way.
I apologize for my neighbors. I think you can hear them.
Are they going crazy?
I think so.
Yikes.
SOS.
Jesus. Why are they having a party?
I'm not sure. We're supposed to be social distancing.
Yikes. Like, I didn't even let my cats go 6 feet near me. I'm like, back up. You know the rules. Get off each other.
Social distance.
Social distancing. Jeez, though. Like, I could reminisce about this stuff all day. Like, it's just crazy because I don't do it very often, but sometimes I just like sit back and I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, I don't even think about it until somebody brings it up, because half this stuff I haven't thought about for years. I completely forgot about the rap video again. I think it's from PTSD.
I know. I forgot about my YouTube video too until it was brought to my attention.
Me and my friends would make music videos without recording them. We would just choreograph dances to songs. Yikes. Like the Backstreet Boys and stuff.
There's always that one video of you and your two friends or a friend in your bedroom at a sleepover, and you're like jumping off your bed and stuff and like dancing, and it's just always I don't know why. I've deleted as many as I can.
Me and my cousins
gone, just erased. If I don't have like, it didn't happen.
Oh gosh,
I know. It was in sleepovers. I don't know if kids still do this these days. I'm sure they still do. They probably just like watch movies and eat food and play a game on their phone and just talk to boys and stuff and gossip. But then it was like really bitchy back then because there was nothing else to do besides get on each other's nerves because there's no other way to entertain but interact. There was always a fight at every sleepover I went to. Oh, we hate this person today. I've decided. This is who we hate. And like people would like conform. Come on, ladies. And they like get in groups. And then there's always those one or two that were left out and hated. And they'd have to sleep alone or something, or they get into a fight.
So sad.
Julie and I are often the ones that were kind of
sad.
Because we would like laugh and be like, oh, I try to have fun. And then it'd be like, oh, they're just being so loud and obnoxious.
Wow. I was always terrified to fall asleep. Always. And I like my sleep, but I was so scared to fall asleep and be the first person. Yeah, because they would draw on my face or something.
I was that kid that fell off a bunk bed at a sleepover when I was younger. And then the mom got mad at me because I cried and wanted to go home. But I fell off a fucking bunk bed. Of course I did. I was like 8. And then I also was this kid. Oh, I forgot about this till right now. I don't think anyone knows this besides my mom, obviously, because my poor mother had to deal with this. One day my mom gets a knock on the door, and it's this mom with her kid, and it was a friend of mine that lived in the neighborhood. And she says, your daughter invited people to my daughter's birthday party without even asking. I didn't know back then, because I was like 5, that people were invited to birthday parties that only knew that person. I just assumed that my friends could come too.
Oh no.
So I invited my friends to this girl's birthday party, and they started showing up and knocking her door early, I guess, because I also didn't know what time to tell them.
Oh no.
I guess, I don't know. So she was not happy, this mom, because a random kid or 2 random kids, whatever, I don't even remember who they were because it was so young.
Well, yeah, back in the day, moms had the set loot bags for the kids that were going.
All that stuff. And
my mom would not be happy if that
I know. I felt bad. But I was also really little. I didn't fucking know anything. But yeah, I invited my friend that I made. Not even a good friend. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just a friend down the street that I knew, a person. And I was like, yeah, want to come to this birthday party with me?
Oh my god.
And she was like, really? Okay. And then we went. And we crashed his fucking birthday party. So yeah, I was the first one. Wedding crashers? That was me. Wedding birthday crashers. I came up with that whole concept.
Oh my gosh. Like, when did sleepovers change though? When did they change from innocent to not innocent?
Oh, it wasn't innocent when we were little. It was, but just a different not innocent. Now it's just like we were like, I don't know about you, but my friends and I would go on Omegle.
Okay, that was like later though, like in
grade 7, 8.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess when you're really little, it was really innocent. Like playing Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah, exactly.
Things like that.
Making forts.
We would
forever. So.
Yeah, maybe a little too
old.
old.
I would still make forts, but
listen to Avril Lavigne over and over again. I know.
But the worst was when they would bring out the horror movies.
Okay. Why did we do that to ourselves? Why did we want to watch those back then?
I didn't. I hid. I went to a sleepover, I think in grade like 10.
Okay.
And there was this one stupid princess movie and a horror movie. I literally hid the horror movie until I left the next day.
Oh, did you?
I did. I hid it under the couch, right where I had all my stuff and where I was sitting, and I didn't let anybody.
Oh, my friends would always, when we were little, would want to watch the horror movie for some reason, and we would go rent the movie, and we'd always pick one funny one and one horror movie for some freaking reason. I don't know why we like to. I don't know if we all hated each other and we wanted to scare each other, or if we just hated ourselves. I'm not sure. But it was an issue back then, because you don't see kids now watching horror movies, I don't think. If they do, maybe once in a while, but it was every sleepover
I was
thing.
never allowed. My parents were always like, because they knew I'd be scared and wouldn't want to sleep alone. They always said, do not watch that. Like, don't
ruin our night.
It's the worst.
I know. I still remember the first one I watched. It was, I know I said the Texas Chainsaw Massacre because that did ruin me. But I remember the first one at a sleepover I watched was The Hills Have Eyes.
No,
And I didn't make it through the freaking beginning of it. Like the first 30 seconds, like the intro part where it's like, zzz, and like it's an alien in a tube thing, and I'm like, fuck! I was like, oh, I'm not feeling well. I gotta go, and I left. I was out of there, dipped by.
I would always force myself to fall asleep if they started watching scary movies. I don't remember.
Don't know why.
Fuck that.
Don't know why.
It's really loud, eh? Can you hear the
I can hear it
neighbors?
almost through my my headphones. It's crazy.
I'm angry.
You guys are getting a little bit of background music.
I'm angry about
from the
this.
people in Morgan's house downstairs.
I don't want to report them because I feel bad, but if this happens again.
You want me to do it?
No, if this happens again, I will. If they interfere with my product to give to my followers.
My productivity. Jeez. Crazy times.
It honestly is.
Then and now.
God. The craziest thing is that matching tracksuits were ever a thing. Back then and now.
Yeah, you were made fun of for wearing champion clothes then. Now it's the coolest thing you could ever wear.
No, it's not. Have you?
It is now.
As I'm bouncing, if I see people come in matching tracksuits, Adidas, or anything, automatically I know that they're getting kicked out because I will kick them out.
Oh, you're on them. You're like...
I'm done. And it's always the gangsters, in quotes, that are doing this. You aren't cool. You aren't cool. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you sell Coke and you need big pockets to keep your Coke in, but back up, Josh.
Back it up. There's been a few times where Morgan's been working and I've been bored and I've just shown up. And then I think she is like, oh, yeah, I have someone to talk to, but at the same time hates it because she knows that I get a little sassy with people. And I'll sit at the door and I'll be like, people will be walking and I'll be like, hey, watch where you're going. And then they just look at me like, who the fuck are you? And then Morgan's like, Alanah, you're going to cause a fucking fight.
For most of my friends, I need to tell them to leave because they get ballsy with the people because they're standing behind the security table.
Exactly. Oh, I've told people off, and I don't even know if they deserved it, but
probably not.
It just feels good.
Oh god.
It just feels good.
What was one toy that one of your friends had that you were super jealous of?
There was a few, but now looking back, I'm like, the fuck? Bitch, the fuck? Like, why the hell did you ever think you wanted that? You couldn't do that. Like, you know the Heelys, the shoes with the wheel at the back? I can't rollerblade or anything worse shit. I knew that if I actually got a pair, I would have never used them because I would have tried it once, fell back, hit my head, and then been done.
Never been allowed to wear them again.
Like, fuck that. So that was one. I remember one. My friend Julia had them, and I was like, what, bitch, the fuck? And then she was like rolling around them all cool, and I was like, oh, I want to be cool like that. But I know now there's no way in fucking hell I would have survived on those.
Honestly.
I remember I wanted the Tamagotchi when it first came out, and I was so excited about it. And then I got one, but I remember I was super jealous. And then my mom got me like this little one, and then the bigger one came out, and I was like, well, I want that one now. But like now those pets are dead. There's like a huge graveyard of just Tamagotchi pets.
I loved Tamagotchis. Me and Jessica would have Tamagotchis, and we would make sure that they had babies together. It was so awesome. It was so cool. We'd always get in trouble. Those are gonna come back. We'd always get in trouble for playing them in our desks.
I can already see like an app coming out or something.
There is.
Oh,
there already is.
Oh,
yeah.
Someone's always ahead of me for that. Every time I have a good idea. I had this great idea for this app that if you are hungry and because I've been in this situation so many times, and I know you all have, where you're hungry and you have ingredients and then you look up different recipes and you're always missing something. So I was like, you know what? It's an app. Everything you have in your cupboards or whatever you have, you just throw into it and it tells you what the fuck you can make with it.
That would be smart.
It's already made.
SOS.
I was like, oh my God, I won the lottery. I figured out something that no one's thought of. I was like, I'm so innovative. It's been out for like 15 years, this app already. Just no one's known about it.
Oh my
Not
God.
good.
One of the toys that one of my friends had from down the road, her dad was a carpenter. And he built her this 5-foot by 5-foot Barbie house. It was a mansion.
Oh, I would love that.
With like 10 rooms. And we got to paint it. So we got to...
Oh, that's cool.
And there's furniture.
Oh, I know I had this one friend
awesome.
who had her room. It was almost like 2 levels where like she had her bed almost like a loft style where you had the stairs and then you walked up into the bed.
Like Drake and Josh?
I thought she was yeah, kind of. And I thought she was the coolest thing ever.
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm like,
I'm jealous. I want that.
I even want that now, kind of. Like, why can't my bed be like that? I'd probably fall off of it.
Yeah.
Knowing me with
Jesus.
my... But, should we play the game?
Sure.
Okay. So, I thought it'd be fun to play a little 2000s TV show elimination with Morgan. So, I already know what the options are. She doesn't. She's seen this for the first time. Thought it'd be kind of cool to, like, remind her of some things that we used to watch and just see what her reactions are and see what happens from it. We're also going to... I've made this into a thing you can put on your stories and stuff. So, I'm going to put this right on our Instagram page so you can play with your friends. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what other people will come up with.
That and what their favorite show was back then. Because I threw in a few options of things to pick from younger shows. And then kind of like when we were tweens kind of mixed together to really show like what your favorite all around child show was.
I think we should take everybody's like favorite and fight them.
Yeah, and see who has them. And we fight them at the end. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Awesome.
Kind of see who and see who has what show comes out
the
on top.
The most popular, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be really fun. Okay, so okay, so the first option is Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide versus Drake and Josh.
That's so hard. Oh my God, I love Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
I forgot that I liked it until I remembered
until right now.
I know.
But Drake and Josh, I had the biggest crush on both of them. God, I think Ned's Declassified just because I felt like it was so
the
relevant and they gave me so many good things. Oh, I hope Drake and Josh pops up again. I'm sad that I had to pick against it.
Aw. You can still watch Josh today though. Like if you want to watch him on the Vlog Squad or things, you can keep up with them.
Oh my God.
All those other ones, I don't even know where they're at.
Yeah,
really.
What happened to Ned?
What happened to all of them?
What
happened to Ned? Poor Ned.
Or Cookie.
I know, I don't know.
Jesus.
Okay, ready? This is hard too.
No.
Well, for me it is. Lizzie McGuire versus Zoe 101.
Lizzie McGuire, all the way. I liked Zoe 101, but it wasn't as... I couldn't relate to it as much.
Got you.
But
because they're all rich prep school. Like, fuck you. Fuck you.
R-E-G... What was rejected? No, you just got rejected.
Rejected.
I love that.
R-E-J-E-C-T-E-G, rejected. I know, that was always in my head all the
know.
time. I actually sing it to some people sometimes when I see them fail at something. Or at the bar.
Yes. I love that at the end of the night when the lights come on.
I'm making a TikTok to that. I'm going to do some like cool like trap
Don't give it
DJ
away.
version. You know how much work that's going to take to make that? If you have the time to make that, I'll just use your sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Go for it. It's going to take me freaking 3 days to figure that out. Okay. Dragon Tales versus Arthur.
Fuck
I know,
me.
they're all hard.
I loved Arthur because it was the best. That was probably
Those
one of my
two favorite
shows.
TV shows when I was little.
But Dragon Tales, the adventure, I'll have to go with Arthur.
I know.
Pal was the best.
We're also going to put both of our things up as well. I got to put mine up so people can see too.
Awesome.
So Phil of the Future versus Wizards of Waverly Place.
Wizards of Waverly Place, no doubt.
Okay. Corey in the House versus Sweet Life on Deck.
Sweet Life on Deck. I loved those twins.
Or just Sweet Life in general.
Sweet Life, I loved it.
I loved Corey in the House though too. It was
Me
good.
too. It was hilarious.
Better than That's So Raven. Even though I love That's So Raven, I like Corey in the House.
No. No way.
Yep, that's Corey in the house.
It's because you're younger.
Corey in the house.
It's because you're younger.
I like both. I love them both equally. Okay, sorry. I just found her visions got really annoying because it was always fine at the end. She'd do something stupid and then it'd be like, it's fine. Like everything worked out. Mm-hmm. Like you stole something from the mall, bitch. And then your parents, it was like a necklace or whatever it was. And then she had a vision. She got caught and she was like, oh, never mind. Gotta bring this back.
Yeah.
Like, are you a good person? Or is it just because you realize you're gonna get caught?
Yeah, exactly.
Raven.
Huh. Chelsea was a little nuts.
And Chelsea was nuts, but also reminds me of you. Like just like Rachel from Love is Blind.
It's just like who? Gigi?
Rachel.
Who's Rachel?
What?
From Love is Blind?
What do you mean?
You said Rachel.
Who's Rachel?
Yeah, that's what you said. You mean Gigi?
No, I mean Barnett's girlfriend, Rachel.
No, her name's not Rachel.
The fuck?
It's,
what is it?
Give me a second.
We just talked about this. How do I not know this? Oh my god. Amber.
Yeah,
fuck.
it's not Rachel.
What is wrong with us? Just like Amber.
Yes.
Chelsea and Amber.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A little
it's the
wild
hair color
cards.
too. Everything.
Yes.
Little wild cards. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Kim Possible versus Fairly Odd Parents.
Kim Possible. I was a Disney kid.
Mm-hmm.
Disney usually.
Okay, next one. Magic School Bus versus Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Magic School Bus. I loved those adventures. My favorite one, I think, was when they went into the body or when they went back in time to the dinosaurs.
Or they went back in time.
Like to the dinosaurs somehow.
Oh, I remember that one. That's actually, there's only a few I remember. And I remember the body one and the dinosaur one. You're right.
Those were the best ones.
Yeah. We should do a movie one of these eventually too.
Yes.
That'd be good. Okay, last one. Hannah Montana versus Life with Derek.
That's so hard.
I know.
I loved Life with Derek, but Hannah Montana for sure.
Okay, so ready? Now we're going to get even more condensed here.
Okay.
So Ned's The Classified School Survivor Guide versus Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire.
Okay. Arthur versus Wizards of Waverly Place.
Those you can't even compare those.
I know, but that's how the chart goes. And this really shows you which one's your favorite.
Arthur.
Okay. Sweet Life on Deck versus Kim Possible.
Kim Possible.
Hannah Montana versus Life of Derek.
Hannah
We already
Montana.
did that. I'm a fucking idiot.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, that was the option. Sorry, it goes Hannah Montana versus Magic School Bus.
Oh,
it keeps
Magic
conjuncting.
School Bus for sure.
Magic School Bus. Okay, it's getting even more condensed
hard.
here.
I mean, this is hard.
This is hard. So, Lizzie McGuire versus Arthur.
Lizzie McGuire.
And then Kim Possible versus Magic School Bus.
Kim Possible.
Okay.
Oh my god, this is hard.
Now Kim Possible versus Lizzie McGuire. This is the final
Lizzie
one.
McGuire.
So your favorite show is Lizzie
Yeah,
McGuire.
I loved Lizzie McGuire.
Cute.
I was super excited for a new one, but I heard on one of my podcasts that I listened to that they're canceling the reboot of Lizzie McGuire.
Oh.
Because they didn't want to make it as edgy as Hilary Duff wanted it.
Oh, so
They canceled it.
stupid.
I know.
They wanted her to keep to the exact same kind of persona she
think
had
so.
before, not
Yeah.
grow up at all.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I know. I'm so
Ruin our
sad
lives.
about it.
Sad I even know
That's
what
all I was looking forward to in this quarantine.
Oh,
No, I'm just
I
kidding.
just want to watch Lizzie McGuire and be happy.
Honestly.
Fuck, eh?
It's so weird how when you go on Disney Plus and stuff, it's only 1 or 2 seasons of your favorite shows. You don't even realize that you watched reruns.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
Oh.
cool. Yeah. There's not many seasons of
They don't
that
put
stuff.
everything. Do you think they're constantly changing the seasons? So, or are they just keeping it those 2, you think?
I'm not sure.
It'd be nice if they, then put another 2 out.
But I think those are all that was recorded. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
I
There's
don't...
only ever that much? And we
I
just kept
think so.
rewatching it, not
Yeah.
knowing because we were little and stupid?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, there's no way.
Know what you didn't have in there? The Weekenders.
I had a bunch. The Weekenders were the Replacements. I had the Recess, a bunch of other ones, but it would have got too long.
Yeah.
So We can always do one every week or something. I can keep making new ones. We can do like TV shows like the OC and all those ones like that. Yeah, that'd be good. Like
the OC.
Yeah, there'd be like we can do a bunch of them. It'd be so much fun.
Shit, that was a good show.
I know.
90210.
All that stuff. Okay, don't get them away here.
Okay.
Save it.
I'm excited.
Save it for another day. I know. Even song ones were good. I did a few by myself, but just kind of like seeing just songs, like 2000 songs and stuff like that. And just there's a bunch of different options.
We'd have to play them because I suck with names.
Okay. But yeah, so that was fun. Thank you so much for listening, guys. We really hope that you enjoyed our reminiscing about the crazy days. I don't even know. Like, I can't say the good old days because they were definitely fun and interesting, but no one looked good.
They got us to where we are now.
We learned young. All these kids are gonna have to learn later on, and that sucks for you. Yeah, exactly. We learned.
You can't just go through your whole life stylish.
You're gonna hit a plateau eventually. We're gonna run out of shit.
Good luck with that.
What are you gonna do after these sweatpants, girls? What are you gonna wear? Y'all don't know. I know. I'm just not saying it. Just kidding.
Give it away.
But yeah, if you like this game, I'm gonna leave it in the Insta as our story, and I'll leave it in the page so you can play this with your friends if you want. If you guys like it, and we know we'll make more of them. If not, then I just will never do it again, and I'll cry because I spent 2 hours making a design, but it's fine.
Tag us in that. That's at UMillennials Pod on Instagram and Twitter. Share it with all of your friends everywhere, every platform, please.
We need followers.
Yes. And
come on, follow us.
It's taken Alanah so much willpower to not buy followers, and we're sticking strong.
We're not doing it. I'm not that kind of
We're not
bitch.
We're not sellouts. Okay?
No, we're not sellouts, but it'd be nice to have the number go up a little bit. So if you like it, and let us know so we know, and we'll keep making shit for you guys.
And if you liked our conversation and you'd like to hear more topics like this, please let us know in the comments. Let us know how we did, and be nice.
Be nice, but also let us know other topics that we haven't even touched on or whatever. Just let us know, and we'll always take into consideration.
Exactly. Sure. So we post new episodes every Wednesday.
Or if Morgan accidentally leaks one, then every
3 days.
Every 3 days.
If you subscribe, you'll never miss an episode, even if it's irregularly released. Mm-hmm. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy,
and stay connected.
Bye.
Bye.